that we're going to put in the DVD. And I said, why would you put a deleted scene in the DVD?
Harrison Ford is an American actor and producer. Ford gained worldwide fame for his starring role as Han Solo in the epic space opera film Star Wars, reprising the role in 4 sequels over the course of the next 42 years. He's the recipient of various accolades, including the AFI Life Achievement Award and the Cecil B. DeMille Award. In addition to nominations for an Academy Award and 4 Golden Globe Awards, he's been a leading man in films of several genres. Outside acting, Ford is a licensed pilot who's often assisted the emergency services and rescue missions near his home in Wyoming.
Would you like to see it? I said, yeah, sure. He showed me the deleted scene, and I said, why would you put that in?
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Harrison Ford, but is also known as Harry. He was born on July 13, 1942 in Chicago, Illinois, making him 80 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.85 meters or 6 feet tall. His favorite record is On the Edge by his favorite artist, Patrick Rondat. Of all the characters he's played, he frequently cites Indiana Jones as both his favorite and the one he's most proud of. One of his heroes is George Lucas, with whom he worked on American Graffiti and the Indiana Jones films. His favorite color is brown. He said in an interview that he felt compelled to do his own stunts for the Indiana Jones trilogy because the films were very action-oriented. And he felt if he were not in the middle of it, there was not really much else for him to do. In 2009, Ford signed a petition calling for the release of film director Roman Polanski, who'd been arrested in Switzerland in relation to his 1977 charge for drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl. He serves as a general trustee on the governing board of the Archaeological Institute of America, North America's oldest and largest organization devoted to the world of archaeology. He was very close with and greatly admired River Phoenix. Harrison was married to Mary Marquardt from 1964 to 1979. They had 2 sons together, including restaurateur Benjamin Ford. In 1983, Harrison married E.T. screenwriter Melissa Matheson. They also had 2 children. When they divorced in 2004, Harrison paid Matheson a $90 to $100 million divorce settlement. It's one of the most expensive celebrity divorces of all time. Harrison married actress Callista Flockhart in 2010. They began dating in 2002 after meeting at the Golden Globe Awards. They're parents to her adopted son, Liam. In her 2016 autobiography, The Princess Diarist, his co-star Carrie Fisher claimed that she and Ford had a 3-month affair in 1976 during the filming of Star Wars.
This is a good idea. I, JJ, have decided that this is a good idea. And I would like you to do it.
He was born to Dorothy, a homemaker and former radio actress, and Christopher Ford, an advertising executive and a former actor. He's of Irish Catholic and Russian Jewish ancestry. In 1960, Harrison Ford graduated from Maine East High School in Park Ridge, Illinois, and attended Ripon College in Wisconsin, where he was a member of the Sigma Nu fraternity. To overcome his shyness, he took drama class in the final quarter of his senior year. In 1964, Harrison Ford traveled to Los Angeles to find job opportunities in radio voiceovers. 2 years later, he landed his first bit role as a bellboy in Dead Heat on a Merry-Go-Round. As a result of offending producer Jerry Tukovsky, he found little luck in minor roles as well. Harrison Ford's first credited role was the 1967 Western film A Time for Killing. He worked on several TV shows throughout the 60s and 70s: Gunsmoke, Ironside, The Virginian, The FBI, Love American Style, and Kung Fu. Around this time, he supported his wife and 2 sons through his carpentry skills and by being a stagehand for The Doors. Harrison Ford played significant roles in the super hits of the 70s, American Graffiti, Conversation, Apocalypse Now, Heroes, and The Frisco Kid. The 80s saw a second wave of hits from collaborations with Ridley Scott, Peter Weir, Roman Polanski, etc. Some of the hits include Blade Runner, Witness, The Mosquito Coast, and Frantic. The early 90s saw the actor cast in works of Tom Clancy, Alan Pakula, Andrew Davis, and Sidney Pollack. Some of these films were Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, Presumed Innocent, Sabrina, Air Force One, What Lies Beneath, and Regarding Henry, among others. Harrison Ford's work during the late 90s and early 2000s include 6 Days, 7 Nights, Random Hearts, K-19 The Widowmaker, Hollywood Homicide, Firewall, etc. In 2010, he released Extraordinary Measures and worked on Morning Glory. He voiced Rooster in The Secret Life of Pets 2 in 2019. Ford headlined a big-budget adaptation of Jack London's The Call of the Wild, playing prospector John Thornton. The film was released in February 2020.
Remember that I was either, it was their first store. And the couple that owned the company were still there.
His films have grossed more than $5.4 billion in North America and more than $9.3 billion worldwide, making him the 7th highest grossing actor in North America. After earning $500 per week on American Graffiti, Harrison earned $10,000 from Star Wars. Harrison earned $100,000 for the 1980 sequel, The Empire Strikes Back, and $500,000 from 1983's Return of the Jedi. Fast forward a few decades, and Harrison earned a base salary of $15 million to reprise his role as Han Solo in 2015's The Force Awakens. He also had a small percentage of the box office gross, which brought his total earnings from the film to $25 million. In the early and mid-1990s, Harrison consistently earned $10 to $12 million per movie. For example, he earned $9 million for 1992's Patriot Games and $10 million for the 1994 Jack Ryan sequel. Harrison, George, and Steven each earned $65 million from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He has a net worth of $300 million. Ford and Flockhart live on an 800-acre ranch in Jackson, Wyoming, on which he's lived since the 1980s, and approximately half of which he's donated as a nature reserve. In 1983, Harrison paid $1 million for a large home in LA's Brentwood neighborhood. He sold the gated 3/4-acre estate in 2012 for $8.2 million. In 2011, Harrison and Callista spent $12.6 million on a different Brentwood home, which has been their longtime primary residence in LA. Property records show that he still owns at least 3 other homes in LA. In 2001, Harrison spent $5.3 million on a penthouse in the Flatiron District, which he listed in 2010 for $16 million, but ultimately pulled from the market. The penthouse is 5,500 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. The penthouse features an elevator, 11 rooms, a state-of-the-art kitchen and security system, a gym, an office, and a library. The floors are made of Anagar wood and poured concrete, all equipped with radiant heat. At the top of the penthouse, there's a 2,300 square foot private rooftop terrace, complete with a wet bar and views of Manhattan and the Hudson River. He owns the following vehicles: a 1955 Chevy, a vintage Jaguar XK140, a Mercedes E-Class wagon, a Mercedes SL convertible, a Tesla Model S, at least 4 BMW bikes, a Harley Davidson. Harrison owns as many as 10 planes and a helicopter. His most impressive plane is a 2009 Cessna 680.